Hello, my crafty friends. It's Michelle, the Southern Shell, and I am on day 10 of the 12 days of Christmas. We're almost there. Today is all about Christmas trees. Brenda with Rustic and Lace DIY and Jackie with Crafting in Mimi's World are our hosts for this 12 Days of Christmas challenge. Let's get into crafting. Here I have some aluminum foil. I have some little wooden trees. I have my glue sticks, and I'm going to have some Mod Podge. Right now I'm using my hot glue gun to create just some texture on my trees. On this particular tree, I'm just doing dots. Now I'm doing two of the same type of thing for each tree. Right here, I'm using my heat gun just to remove any of those loose glue hairs on there, those little strings, glue webs, whatever you want to call them. That will help loosen those up and you can pull them right on off. Now I'm just taking this piece of aluminum foil and I am going to cut that so that it's right at the right length for my tree. I'm using some matte Mod Podge and a fan brush, and I'm going to come in here and just put a light coat of that matte Mod Podge all over my tree base and those textured bumps here on my tree. Once I get a good coat on there, that's not going to be too ooey and gooey, I'm going to come in with my aluminum foil, shiny side down, and I am going to press that in to my Mod Podge on my wood tree. I'm going to use that napkin to go through and kind of get all the details to pop out. Now here I'm just adding some more details to a couple more of those trees. I have some crosses on one, and then I did just some stripes going across the other to look like garland. And now I'm just coming in with that Mod Podge once again, and we're going to lay that down on top of our tree with our texture on there. And then I'm going to come in with that aluminum foil and press it on in to that Mod Podge on that wood slice there. And when I get that in there and I'm making sure that I've got it rubbed in between all of that detailing, I want to make sure that it's going to fit all the way around this tree because I knew I cut them properly, and just laying them down. And then what I'm going to do is flip it over and I'm going to trim up onto the sides so that I can start folding over these backs to the back side of these trees. So I'm just going through a little bit, making sure I have a lip all the way around that tree and then trimming off the edge so that I can come on in and fold over those tree branches so that I have a good place to lay that foil down and secure it to the back of my tree. You see here, I'm just pulling it right on up, folding it on into that Mod Podge, and then I'll come back in with my little scissors and do any trimming of the extra foil that needs to just come right on off. I don't want any bulk that's not necessary in between these two trees. I want these to come together and have a nice grip with my wood glue. So this didn't take too much. I mean, the prep and everything to do these, it really wasn't a whole lot, but I did have to wait for them to dry overnight after I do this. So I'm coming in with the wood glue, and then I have my hot glue, and I have some of that blue gingham ribbon, that farmhouse blue ribbon there. And I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue that little piece to one side of that tree, the inside of the tree. And then I have my wood glue that I'm putting on the other side of the other wood tree. Now, both of these are the same on the outsides, and since they're the same trees, they match up perfect. No problems, and I'm just going to squeeze that together, come in with some binder clips here, and I'm going to open these up, and I am going to grip these trees together, and we're going to set these aside, and we're going to let them dry overnight so that that wood glue will hold that all together. Here it's the next morning, I'm coming in and I'm removing all of those binder clips, and look at those little tinfoil trees. I think they're adorable like this with that muted foil up on the outside, but I wanted to use something a little more. Now, I have this, these are perfect pearls, and I'm using the Mod Podge to lay down, and this is a vintage gold on here, I believe it is. Let me find that out. This is not vintage gold. This is heirloom gold. So it's much darker, but look at that just richness of that color. Oh, it's just beautiful. Now, this is by Ranger. It's called Perfect Pearls. I did a lot of paper crafting when I first started out, and I just love my little details when I would do my journals and stuff, and Perfect Pearls was a great way to add some sparkle to that. Now, on the next one, of course, I did the front and the back in the heirloom gold. And then I had one that I actually did. The other perfect pearl was green patina. And then the final one is Arteza in bronze. So this is the green patina that I'll be doing on this one. And this is such a beautiful color. Oh my goodness, it's just so pretty. And when you just lay it there and just tap it on the top and you just continue to, just bebop it on there, tap it on and tap it off, it really turns out beautiful. This one is the Arteza, and this is the bronze, which is A713. And this is another beautiful one. And I just decided to tap this on here and then come back in with my brush and go ahead and spread that out over the top of that. Oh, excuse my voice. But I really love the way that this perfect pearl and the mica powder turned out on these. So now I wanted to add a little bit of something around the edge of these. I wanted to look a little more finished with that rustic farmhouse. So I'm coming in with my 3-in-1 because I have wood and I have tinfoil. And of course that mica powder's on there already. And so I'm using some hot glue and that Beacon's 3-in-1 to wrap this braided jute all the way around the outside of my trees. I will do it on all 3 of these. Guys, I just want to remind you that the collaborators' links to their channels will be in my description box below, as well as the playlist with all the other talented creators that are participating in this 12 Days of Christmas collaboration. I will also leave the Buy Me a Coffee link if you are interested in supporting my channel financially. I am trying to use the stash of items that I have on hand and not spend any extra money. But if there's something you would like to see or have me do, just shoot me a message in the comments below and we will figure something out for you. So once I get all of that braided jute all the way around the trees, I'm coming in with some more of my 3-in-1, Beacon's 3-in-1, laying just a smidge across the bottom trunk of that tree, and then smearing it. You can see me taking that ribbon there, and then I'll smear it in that Beacon's 3-in-1, lay it flat, and then snip it off. Otherwise, this jute ribbon will come unraveled, and I do that with all 3 of my trees.
So there you have it. What do you think about these rustic trees? I really like the way they turned out. They're thick, they're sturdy, they are definitely rustic with those perfect pearls and that mica powder. Oh, and then the braided jute around the edges and that blue and cream gingham ribbon. I just really love the way these turned out. Guys, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Your time is precious and I know it. I appreciate you. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. That supports my channel and it tells YouTube that you like this type of content and that others may like it as well. Guys, if you've not subscribed, I hope you will consider doing so now by hitting that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification if you want to know when my next video has gone live. As always, guys, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.